Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the chat, be sure to drop your crowns, your elephants. Let me know where you're watching from. As I said before, if you are subscribed, make sure your notification bell is on. Subscribe to our texting community. That way you don't miss out when we go live, when there's breaking news. We were live earlier recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And then this other story broke. We talked about this story that there was allegedly the reason why we didn't get a Real Housewives of New York reunion was because the Human Resources was investigating a complaint filed by Eboni K. Williams against Ramona Singer. Let me take a sip. As you can hear, my voice is going a little bit, but I'm gonna get into the details. And I have a little tea. Look, a little tea that I want to share. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. TikTok, be sure to tap your screens or head on over to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, because I will be sharing some things that I'll be showing on screen that you won't be able to see here. I can't see your face. See my face now? Oh, now I can. We are live on multiple platforms right now, guys. We are also live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We are live on Twitch and Twitter. Shout out to everyone that watches us there. Farah, I haven't seen you in forever. What's going on from London? Love it, love it, love it, love it. What's the tea? Jesus wants to know. We'll get into that. So one of the news stories that just dropped, along with these allegations against Ramona Singer. But let's first get into the lighter part of this. According to our friends over at TV Deets, they're saying that the Real Housewives of New York season 14 casting is complete. Okay? Just the casting. This doesn't mean that they have confirmed housewives. This just means that they're done searching. They believe that they have the women that they need for the show. I'll get into what they're saying first, and then I'll let you what my sources are telling me. Okay? So according to TV Deets, be sure to follow them on Instagram. Okay? They're saying this. Casting for potential Real Housewives of New York season 14 is complete. Despite an earlier report that stated casting on the new season is not quite yet underway, TV Deets can reveal that simply isn't true. While Bravo has yet to officially confirm a new season or make any decisions on potential new cast members, casting is actually over and the ball is now in the network's court. Okay? According to my sources, not necessarily true. Not necessarily true, but stay tuned. But stay tuned. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much, Shay, for the super chat. Love the background, Kempire, checking in from Berkshire, UK. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys. I added a little bit more foliage. Got a little bit more foliage going on back here. All right. No, you're not late. We just started. Sorry, I'm late. Will we even get a reunion from them? No, there is no way we're going to get a season 13 reunion. That is done. Part of the reason that we heard was the reason why we didn't get a season 13 reunion was because of this investigation into Ramona Singer. Okay. Now, we heard earlier today, a couple of hours ago, Page 6 is confirming the alleged racist comment that Ramona Singer made in regards to Eboni K. Williams. Okay? Lord. So this is the report that TVD said earlier today, that we have casting is complete for season 14 of The Real Housewives of New York. Okay? For those that want, Mikey, I see you say, how do I become a member of the YouTube? If you head on over to TheKempire.com for more details, that will give you more information on how to become a member of the channel. Thank you all to the members that support the channel. Shout out to the members. You will have access to the backstage link. So you have first access to calling in. It's available on the community tab of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Okay. So according to TVD, they're saying that casting for potential Real Housewives of New York season 14 is complete. According to my sources, they're saying that that's not necessarily true. Okay. But you never know. You never know. We know that they've been actively casting, though. We do know that much. Okay. Because we reported on that months ago. All right. So I would be surprised if they weren't close to being done. They have to start filming early next year. All right. Marvina says, can we hear the alleged audio? If I get it. So, as I said to you before, the reason why we didn't get a reunion was because of this HR investigation. All right. Let me get into the details of what Page Six is reporting. So, this is what Page Six is saying in their recent exclusive. Okay. So, the alleged comment. So, I said to you before, we did the story on why the reunion was delayed. It was because of this investigation, allegedly. I'm just going to say allegedly for ourselves, really, because honestly, I think, anyways, I'll say what I think at the end. All right. So, according to Page Six, a production source exclusively told us that Ramona Singer, you want to hear the comment? Well, you see the title of this, so you already see the comment. So, according to a source close to production, they're saying that Ramona Singer reportedly said, you remember at the Hamptons when Luann kicked Eboni out of her home because she was insulted that she felt that Eboni had that she was the most educated at the table? Remember that? Okay. I think that's also when they called her angry. I forgot the exact words, but right before we had Leah pointing at them and calling them all hoes. You remember that part. It was Eboni ended up taking 2 weeks off from social media because she knew that you guys would have such a terrible reaction to her. Okay. So according to Page Six and their sources, they're saying that this is what Ramona allegedly said after Eboni left Luann's home. This is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show. If you just joined us, we're talking about this news story that just broke from Page Six. They're saying that this is the alleged comment that prompted Eboni K. Williams and a crew member filing a complaint against Ramona Singer. Okay. So reportedly, Ramona said, this is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show, in reference to Eboni K. Williams after Luann de Lesseps kicked Williams out of her home. Ramona Singer responded to this story to Page Six, and she says this: I never said that. It's a terrible lie. Okay. It's very disappointing that even after my name was cleared, that people still want to slander me. Okay. She also revealed that she signed a confidentiality agreement and therefore couldn't share her side of the story. We're told, and this is Page Six, that Singer had to undergo sensitivity training in the wake of the incident. But a second source, and this is where I gotta share something with you guys. So, according to Page Six, because of this investigation, she had to undergo sensitivity training. Before we get into the other part of this, if she was cleared, why did you have to go through sensitivity training? And what is that clear? Did you say the statement or not? According to her in this statement to Page Six, she's denying it. Okay. I never said that. It's a terrible lie. That's what she said. Okay. They said that she had to undergo sensitivity training in wake of the incident. But a second source is telling Page Six that all Housewives cast members go through such programs. So this other source is saying we all go through that. That wasn't any sort of resolution to this investigation. But according to my sources, and I'm not sure if this was related to Eboni or the other complaint. There was another complaint before Eboni's complaint against Ramona from a crew member. So I'm hearing, according to sources, insiders close to the situation, that this individual, and I'm not sure if I don't know who it is specifically, but they had a complaint against Ramona, allegedly. And they had to go through sensitivity training. Allegedly. So, according to page 6, a second source confirmed that the lawyer had filed, Eboni K. Williams, a complaint against Singer after she heard about the racially insensitive comment. The network took the allegation seriously enough that it launched a third-party investigation into the complaint. Singer was ultimately cleared of any wrongdoing, though Eboni K. Williams was reportedly dissatisfied, that's a quote, with the investigation and its findings. Okay. So, according to page 6, Bravo confirmed that season 13 reunion was asked on September 17th. A network rep told page 6 at the time that the cancellation was due to scheduling challenges. Or was Bravo trying to avoid the conversation? Because there's no way they could have had this reunion without the conversation on race. And I think they understood that Eboni K. Williams was not going to back down and not bring it up. And we have to remember this month, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip is premiering, and Ramona is a part of that. So many of you already in the comments on my TikTok, here on social media, when we've reported on this story recently, have said you don't want to see Ramona on the show anymore. You're not surprised that she may have said these statements about Eboni K. Williams. Okay. And trust and believe, I've heard more stories about Ramona Singer. Y'all really don't realize people have stories to tell. They're just afraid to tell it. So they drop those stories in my DMs. They drop those stories in our texting community. TextKempire.com. Join it. If you got tea, if you got a story, if you have a Ramona story. As I said to you before, Ramona has responded to the allegations and denies it. But I've heard other allegations against Ramona. I've heard other alleged statements that Ramona may have said directly to Black people. Bravo. This is not the first time that we've called out your inconsistency. Maybe you thought getting rid of all of the Vanderpump Rules cast that people would be satisfied. Oh, no. So now that the story has leaked to page 6 and we are covering it, I wonder if Bravo will release another statement. Bravo, feel free. KempireDaily@gmail.com. I'd love a statement. But not a BS statement. We understand that Bravo has completed a third-party investigation. They completed a third-party investigation in regards to Eboni K. Williams' complaint. And remember, this wasn't just Eboni K. Williams' complaint. Before Eboni made her HR complaint, a crew member made a complaint. According to the story, they're saying that they completed an investigation and cleared her name. How do you clear someone's name? Isn't it just at this point, unless they're witnesses, unless people have a pact together? Maybe some of these people had a pact. You know, we did a story. Remember at Dave Quinn's Not All Diamonds and Rosé? Remember we heard there was a rumor that they had a pact. Leah, Ramona, and Luann had a pact to leave once Eboni showed up. According to my sources, that's exactly what happened. And then Eboni did it, not Eboni, Leah did an interview with Entertainment Tonight and says, I haven't heard from Eboni. I haven't heard from her. Remember your ally, Leah McSweeney? Her fake wokeness? So, Leah, I wonder who was present. More than likely, Sonia was present. Luann was present. I can't recall if Leah had walked out when Eboni left as well. I can't recall that. But if you're having a pact with these women, I'm sure there have been more things that Leah has seen and heard that have been problematic, even though she said and done some problematic things on the show. And even to Michael Shea. Oh, y'all don't know that story. Look it up. Leah's not innocent. Leah's desperate to stay on the show. Y'all thought I was going to get the rhony news story and not talk about Leah McSweeney. According to reports, they're saying that the casting for season 14 is complete. Hopefully, that does not include Leah McSweeney. Hopefully, that does not include Leah McSweeney. I do want to say thank you exactly for the super chat. Oh wait, hold on. Why are my things not working? Oh, there we go. Exactly says Bravo had a show called Gallery Girls years ago. Episode 1, one cast member said she uses the N-word, used actual word, for all Black people. This aired. Wow. But we shouldn't be surprised. There were episodes of Southern Charm that they removed over the pandemic. Obi, thank you so much for the super chat. Obi says, let me get this straight. A white woman wore blackface and dogs a Black woman out, and another thinks she's a victim because a Black nurse refused her meds, thought this was a clever response. I see. That's why when I posted this story, I originally posted the story like an hour ago on my TikTok. A lot of you are saying, I'm not surprised. She said it. She said it. Look, I am only here to report what is being said. According to Ramona Singer, she denies it. She said, I never said that. She says that because she has a confidentiality agreement, she can't expand upon what that is, what happened there. But what we do know is that something happened and it was investigated. But we also do know, if you know anything about HR, unfortunately, even though they're saying it's a third party, they're paid by Bravo. They're paid by NBC Universal. They're supposed to be impartial. However, again, I remind you, Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, starring Ramona, comes out this month on Peacock. Why didn't they have a Real Housewives of New York season 13 reunion? The very first time they've ever canceled a reunion for a U.S. Real Housewives show. Why? Oh, scheduling? Come on. You guys during the pandemic had reunions. Scheduling. It's very clear that you guys were trying to protect Ramona Singer. It's very clear. There have been multiple stories this week that the only people that would be returning for the Real Housewives of New York would be Ramona and Sonia. Then there were other stories. Even Bethany said that I don't know who she knows. She alleged that Ramona was going to be fired. I don't know. Guys, we have almost 500 people in the chat. Once we get to 200 likes, I'll drop the call-in link because I know you guys have opinions. So if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. If you are a member of the channel, I've already posted the link to the backstage in the community tab on Kempire Daily. So you have the link before anyone else. Joanna says, hold on. Ooh, I missed it. Leah ain't ish either. She isn't. Look, I've had my problems with Leah for just not having a storyline. But based on what I'm hearing and seeing, you're not an ally. You're not an ally at all. You are just desperate to stay on the show. So you're willing to chalk it up and align yourself with the OGs because you believe that their positions are safe. But let me tell you something, Leah. Their positions aren't safe. Luann, I'm hearing you're not coming back. Ramona, just because you may have a contract now doesn't mean that Bravo can't rescind that contract. No one, based on what the chat, let me look what the poll says, because I posted a poll. Hold on. I posted a poll. Oh, Bravo, y'all might want to take a look at this poll. So I'm going to keep everyone, we have over 500 people here. Vote in the poll because I want at least 500 votes. But so far, the question I said, based on what we know so far, do you want to see Ramona return for season 14 of the Real Housewives of New York? I keep telling you guys how much power you yield when it comes to these shows. If you're not watching, especially rhony ratings are suffering. They are listening to what the fans want. Right now, you do not want Ramona Singer. According to this poll, based on what we know so far, do you want to see Ramona return for season 14 of The Real Housewives of New York, overwhelmingly at 86% say no. So despite Ramona possibly being a fan favorite at one point, people are over it because now Ramona is allegedly being exposed for being ignorant. And I did not forget the story. Look, I can't keep up with all the ignorance that Ramona has. She liked a tweet in regards to the COVID protocols and associating it with Nazis. She liked that tweet. We know Ramona voted for Trump. This is not about Trump. It's not about Trump. This is not about her political views. It is more about her ignorant views and how that's translating on television. Let me take a sip. Okay. All right. So maybe if you're saying bring back Dorinda, I mean, I would love for Dorinda to come back. Thank you so much, Desenia. Shout out to my moderators. I'd like to Ramona too. That's disappointing. Look, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. Thank you so much. I'm going to drop the call-in link because I promised at 200 likes, I would drop the call-in link. And I do want to hear what you guys have to say about this news story. If you're just joining us, we're talking about the Page 6 exclusive where they found out what Ramona Singer allegedly said that was racist and had to be investigated. This is what she said, according to Page 6. They're saying that Ramona Singer said this. Where's the statement? Here we go. This is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show. This was said allegedly after Luann kicked Eboni K. Williams out of her Hamptons home. You remember seeing that during the season. Okay. So this is what we're hearing. An investigation was launched because of a complaint from a crew member last year. Okay. Eboni K. Williams followed up on this complaint. An investigation was involved. Okay. Not sure if they did two separate investigations. I mean, if this person made a complaint, there should have been an investigation. If Eboni K. Williams made a complaint, then there should have been an investigation for her complaint as well. As I said to you before, according to my sources, this is not the only racist statement that Ramona has said, allegedly. Okay. And again, if you have a story to tell, I'm open to hearing that story. All right. I'm open to hearing that story. But please make sure you have all your facts together. Please make sure you have all your facts together. All right. Donna says she came up here really good. She came up here, really good friend Brashawn as a distraction. And look, and Ramona, remember Ramona, Brashawn was, and this is what I didn't like about Brashawn. Brashawn seemed to be okay with playing that role, unfortunately. She seemed okay with it. All right, we have quite a few people backstage. Thank you so much, Norma, for the super chat. Norma says, the viewers are so over all the nastiness and ignorance. Enough with giving these privileged people a pass. They need to show some grace and respect. Agreed. Agreed. Thank you again, Norma, for the super chat. All right, let's take some callers, guys. And let me just post this and pin this. 1 second, y'all. Just decided to come live at the last minute because I saw the story. I did a quick video on my TikTok. Hey, TikTok, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Delsenia, for all the gifts. Thank you guys for tapping your screens. We have almost 3,000 likes on TikTok. Let me just pin this. Hold on, y'all. All right. And shout out to my mods for holding it down in the chat. All right. There we go. And let me just say thank you again. Thank you so much, Ryan, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel as well. Ryan says HR is never your friend. And that's unfortunate. And the thing is, because, like I told you guys, I had a corporate world experience. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. Unfortunately, when you have an HR department that works for a company, a lot of times they're there to protect those that are in power there. All right. Let me go here. Okay. Let me just change this up, guys. And I'm going to take some callers. Judgy Justice, I'm going to bring you up. Hey, Judgy Justice.
Hey. So I'm not gonna be on camera because I'm already tired. I'm in bed,
That's
and
okay.
I was so excited to hear that you went live because I missed the earlier live about Nene. I One thing I wanted to say about Ramona is that I do believe that she did say what was allegedly said. She said it. It can't be alleged if you said it. I think that I think that honestly, I don't because honestly, she's problematic. She hasn't given us anything on the show, at least, to prove that she wouldn't be the one to say this. Because she
Hmm.
does kooky stuff all the time. So I think she would say that. And
I mean, you're being generous by saying kooky. You mean inappropriate.
yeah, that's what I mean. Inappropriate for a workplace environment, yes. Or for a restaurant, or for outside. She should just be stuck in her house all day because I don't like her. And I'm hoping that they take. I know that Bravo wants to protect the investment that they made into the girls trip
Yeah.
because she's a big part of that because there's only it's only 6 girls, 7 girls, so she plays a big portion of that. But I think standing up for what's right is right would be more helpful too. So there, it's just like with these networks, you know I feel like they're always in a tough spot with what's right and what is um business right.
Hmm.
And I think if Ebony took like a different route with like maybe actually getting, I don't know, like a suit or something against her, it probably would have like played out a little bit. They probably would have took her claim a little bit more serious. And I
Hmm.
think also her like letting it go in a sense isn't helpful either. Or waiting around for like if they're going to do another season because they could just not bring back Ebony and we'll never know the truth until after whatever time period passes from the NDA. And by that point, it's already a little too late for us
No.
to like, get the justice of like either it's boycott rhony or, hashtag cancel Ramona or whatever. Or hashtag Ramona the racist. Racist Ramona. Make that a trend on Twitter. Well, Kempire, I have an idea. I'm gonna go make that trend on Twitter. I'm out.
All right. Thank you, Judgy Justice, for calling in. Oh my God, I can't. The opinions of those that call in do not represent myself or the Kempire LLC. Okay. All right. Dustin, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Dustin?
Hey, what's going on with you? It's been a long time no see.
I know. How are you?
Pretty good. I
What do you
think they need.
go
I
ahead?
think they need to get rid of her.
Yeah. You're
They don't
done. You're
need.
done with it?
No, I'm talking to somebody else. sorry, 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 sorry about that.
No, no problem.
Um, I um done seeing her on the show.
Yeah.
That show needs to be changed.
I agree with you, Justin. I agree with you. So you're ready for a new era of Real Housewives
I'm
of New
ready
York.
for a new era or Bravo altogether.
Oh, well. Anything else, Dustin, before I let you go?
Yeah, I haven't been to scene in a long time.
I know it's
Uh,
been a while. We appreciate you calling in and checking in. We're glad to know that you're doing well.
yeah. I hope you have a happy holidays, and
You
if I don't
too.
see you
Thank you,
before the new
Dustin.
year, I hope I do, but you never know.
Well, I hope to hear from you before the new year.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling in. All right, guys, we have a few more people backstage, but before we get to them, we have almost 700 people watching. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. We're talking about Ramona Singer and this new exclusive from Page Six, where they uncovered the alleged comment that Ramona may have said. All right, all right. Obi has a question. Question for: Do you not think that Ebony calling people with people? Wait, that Ebony calling with people fragile is not racist. This really needs a pause for an answer because apparently Peeps offended. Um, First of all, we also have to remember as black people that do not hold power, we can't be racist. Just a reminder on that. If you don't understand what that means, look up the word. All right. All right. Okay. Joanna, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on, Joanna?
Hey, Kempire. Well, I found your channel, been listening for a couple months. Love
Mhm.
your content. Just needed to say, yeah, to OB, her calling out white fragility is absolutely not racist. It's a fact. But also I feel like it's more indicative of a problem with Bravo. New York ain't the only problematic city.
Mm,
Kelly Dodd and OC said a lot of things that would have got her popped in the face had she said them when she was in Atlanta.
mm.
Erica and that little comment she made last night on the last part of that reunion.
We
Baby,
talked
you would
about
have
that
never screamed in Portia's face like that. Portia would have dragged you by those dollar store extensions
not
and you
dollars.
would have been on the floor. So I think Ramona said it. I don't think she's the only housewife from New York that said it. And I don't think she's the only housewife in the franchise as a whole that said it. Bravo needs to get it together.
Mm.
And Andy needs to get behind the scenes somewhere and sit down. And that's it.
Joanna, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Bye. Feel better.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I love when you guys call in. Let me just take a sip. If you're just joining us, of course, we're talking about this new Real Housewives of New York story that just came out. You know, we've been following it since the other story broke, where we found out why the rhony reunion was delayed and then eventually canceled. And I'm guessing the reason why they canceled it, based on the investigation that we're hearing and now the statement that Ramona reportedly said, they didn't want, because they already know Ramona's not going to be able to answer those questions. They know it. And they already knew that it would have been very hard to watch. And then to have her on their girls trip spinoff or back for another season. Make it make sense, Bravo. Make it make sense. Tawana, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Tawana?
Hi, Kane. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I honestly feel like Ramona did say that. There would be no reason. She hasn't given us any reason to believe that she's not the type of person that would say something like that.
Mm.
And I feel like if Bravo does not do anything about this Ramona situation, they could have an issue with their black talent.
Mm.
Because it seems like Ramona is going to get into a situation with Kenya on the girls' trip.
Yep.
And I just think Bravo needs to do something because this is kind of getting out of control when it comes to their Caucasian talent getting away with certain things.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because so I know that Bravo got rid of the cast from the 7 people from Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
But I still feel like there is some other people that they need to get rid of. They got rid of Kelly Dodd. They need to get rid of Ramona. It's just they've started cleaning house and they need to continue to clean house.
I think they need to be consistent.
Yes.
Period.
They did.
You just need to be consistent with it. You got rid of all these people from Vanderpump Rules, but you haven't done that across the board in your other shows. So
Yes.
people are calling out their inconsistency.
Yes. And I know like a lot of people love Ramona, but you cannot let your love for someone stop you from making the right decision. And the right decision is to get rid of her. Because if she continues to have this type of behavior, I'm pretty sure their black talent will start speaking out, especially with Nene Leakes calling them out about being racist.
No.
You might have Candy say something and Portia, because when everything happened with Vanderpump Rules, Portia had an opinion about it. Candy had an opinion about it. Nene's talked about the racism with Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Several people have come forward and said things, even with this new book that Andy has, and the way Candace has talked about how Andy has treated her when it came to the fight. I
Yeah.
feel like they treat their talent more like harder than they treat their Caucasian talent.
And maybe have a higher standard for them.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because Ramona is just a hot mess. Could you imagine if, let's say, Karen Huger did some of the stuff that Ramona has done, or any of the Black women would do anything that she has done?
Mm-hmm.
They would have been out of there. Yeah, that's all I have to say. They have to do something about it. Because if she comes back from another season, they could have a big issue. And if she comes back for another season and they don't bring Ebony back, I'm going to be rolling my eyes.
Well, we shall see. Look, the spotlight is on Bravo right now, and that's part of the reason why I'm doing the story. I appreciate you calling in and sharing your thoughts, Tawana.
Thank you.
Bye. Guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to like the video. We have over 700 and something people watching. We're also live on TikTok. We're talking about this Ramona Singer story that broke Page 6's exclusive. They're saying that the alleged comment that Ramona said, and I'll read it again to you guys in case you are just joining us. They said that according to the story that Ramona allegedly said at Luann's Hampton's home after she kicked Eboni out of her home, said, "This is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show." If you remember the conversation that they had, it was a very heated conversation. And some of the things that Luann said, a lot of people question her own behavior. And if you didn't follow that, we did this story that reportedly Luann, Leah, and Ramona had a pact at the book relaunch of that Real Housewives tell-all book. They had a pact that when Eboni came, that they would leave. This sounds so high school. It sounds so high school. When I heard the story, I was like, oh my gosh. And then, of course, more details came out. More details keep coming out. And if you have a story about Ramona, feel free. Look, feel free to text me at TheKempire.com for all those details. Or if you want to get an update in regards to what's going on here. Okay. All right. Let me see. Angel Eyes, I'm going to bring you up for a quick comment. What's going on, Angel Eyes?
Nothing much. And how are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay, all the way from Nassau, Bahamas. Just want to say hi. But
Hey.
as far as Ramona is concerned, she is one of the reasons why I had stopped watching it a while back.
Wow.
The only reason why I did try to watch it this season was because I started following you and I started listening to your reviews on it. So, I was trying to get into it, but I'm over the crazy. She is a crazy, manipulative, ignorant, privileged, white flesh person. Because, anyway, exactly like a previous caller said, had it been a person of color, sweetie, they would have gone into acts the very next. They would have had even been seen on camera. Sorry. They would have had been seen. And Bravo right now is in a bad light, especially considering Black Lives Matter. So therefore they are trying to shelter their white counterparts. Whenever it is that they do say these little racist comments or give their little racist jabs and little racist situations that they try to put the darker skinned ladies in. Bravo tries to sugarcoat it, but sweetie, guess what? That BS don't work no more. We tired. We are throwing it back in your face. Yeah, be over that. Because not only do they need to do that, but they also just look at how they do Giselle. Come on, like please. It is like you have a whole bunch of white people just gnawing at this one black person until she cries. For real?
Mm.
So yeah, yeah. They just need to get rid of her, and they really need to be careful of what they're doing as far as protecting. I mean, portraying these white people to be so privileged, and some of them they really don't. They're ignorant. You have some black intelligent women, and yet here it is that they're still doing this skin color thing, because they still have the colorist thing going on with Potomac. Come on, hello.
Yeah.
There might not be no
I'm
white
wondering if they're
people
going to even, I wonder if they're going to even discuss that during the reunion, but we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, because everything still, if you look at it, it's still color. Whether or not it is the white talking down to the black, or the high yellow talking down to the dark chocolate, it's still, Bravo still has a color issue going on, and so
Well,
therefore to overboard. But yeah, they really do. They really do. They
well,
really do. So
Angel Eyes, I appreciate you calling in and sharing your opinion.
yes, thank you very much for having me.
Of
And
course.
you be blessed.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
All right. All right, y'all. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Jen. Do not spam the comments. You can have your comment. Look, you can have your comment, but when you start spamming, I will block you. Okay? Ida says, devil are out tonight. It is all right. We're about to end this anyways, guys. I just wanted to come live to talk about this breaking story in regards to Ramona Singer. As all of you have been saying, regardless how you feel about Eboni, regardless of any of that, if Ramona Singer did say these things, that is the bigger problem. We're not talking about if you find Eboni entertaining or not. We are talking about what Ramona Singer allegedly said. If she said that, if based on sources from what I'm hearing, that's not the only comment that she said, Bravo, we're looking at you. And the fact that Bravo, in the first time in their history, canceled a reunion says to me, you coward, because you didn't want to have the conversation. No matter how you said you Black Lives Matter, you added Eboni because you wanted to, let's diversify. 15 years later, let's diversify. New York has been diverse for decades. Thank you so much, Memi, for the super chat. Hold on. I think you said you're from Oslo, right? I love you all. Kempire, keep it going. We miss you in Scandinavia. I have to get to Scandinavia. I will be getting there. I will be getting there hopefully next year at some point. Anyways, guys, shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. I appreciate you all being a part of the conversation. Shout out to my moderators for handling the spammers. Hold on. No, you don't have to spam in order for, I think it's fine. You don't have to spam because you know what will happen. Nightbot is going to come out, or one of my moderators is going to come out and then just remove you. Come on. We can have a conversation. I posted the link. So if you had a difference of opinion, you could have called in, but you didn't. So I'm out of here. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section, guys. As always, if you're going to be derogatory, racist, sexist, whatever it may be, those comments will be removed and you will be blocked. We are open to having a healthy conversation that is civil. And as always, I'm not moderating adults. If you can't be an adult, don't be on the page. Shout out to everyone that joined us tonight. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Thank you to my TikTok for being here. Thank you for everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. I appreciate you all being here. Have a great Meme said Nightbot don't play. And y'all lucky Nightbot is, being gracious right now. I'm ready for basketball wise. I don't even know if I'm based off of basketball wise last season. I don't know if I'm even watching this season, but we shall see. But thank you so much for the super chat, Asada. Appreciate you. Thank you, Shay. Appreciate you all being here. Exactly. If Ramona had moved with empathy instead of her privileged ignorance, she may have had room to make a sincere apology, but she has long since sailed that boat. Unfortunately, she wasn't on it. Matthew said, we love you, Nightbot. You guys are a mess. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will be live again tomorrow. We're going to do our Queens and Insecure recap. And if I can fit in another show, we will do that as well. Angela says, please do it. All right. All right. Guys, if you want me to do a recap, let me know in the comments section as well of Basketball Wives. And then we will get back into it. We will get back into it. But they're probably going to ignore the whole colorism conversation from last season, I'm sure. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to check out all of the videos that you missed earlier today, including some more Real Housewives of Beverly Hills story, our recap of the reunion, and another update on Wendy Williams. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. I'm going to go rest my voice.